Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's OpenONU Go call. Thanks for joining. As usual, the call is public and recorded. It will be shared on YouTube. Just as a bit of a reminder, 2.9 release is upcoming, scheduled for December the 17th. The code freeze is November the 26th. So please make sure that all the features are in by that date, including testing. So we have a good 3 weeks of code freeze for finalized testing on the release before we ship it out. So thanks for being on top of things. Also, please do update the Jira. I've been trying to keep that up to date as well, and that will be appreciated. So first up, we have voice over IP and I would like Ozge to give us an update on the current status of the patches and the work on this.
Sure. Hi, everyone. My last page merged last week. I'm still working on coding SIP provisioning flow. And in my opinion, I will start testing POTS Uni next week.
Okay. There was yesterday a discussion at TST around the fact that we couldn't really, it's going to be difficult to test this on hardware, and the suggestion was to include this in BBSIM. Would that be okay for you?
Yeah, okay, for me.
Okay. Okay. That's good. So do you have any questions for the rest of the group here regarding voice over IP?
No, not now. I don't have any question. I will give update Chip about her patch. No, not now. I don't have any question.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Ozge on the voice over IP stuff? Okay, well, then if not, we can proceed further to the next topic. The next topic is the OMCI libgo update. I don't believe Michael has, unfortunately he cannot be here, but I don't believe he started work on integrating this in the latest OMCI libgo in the latest OpenONU adapter, but maybe Holger, you know more. Do you know if this work has been started?
No, as far as I know, not. As you know, I arrived from vacation yesterday, but Michael hasn't started yet. I think he was busy with the other topics for software upgrade and so on during my absence. So yes, I think he hasn't started. Or Thorsten, do you have other information?
I think no.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, then we can wait for him on the in the upcoming days to provide us a patch for this. Again, not terribly urgent. We have still some time before the code freeze. The same goes for the relaxed ME check. It's all connected together, so that's okay. So furthermore, I just wanted to discuss a little bit around the reconciliation issues. We have been seeing reconciling issues in the tests. We thought they were fixed before moving to the Kafka to gRPC instead of Kafka, but we're still seeing some of them right now. I know Thorsten has a patch on Gerrit that provides supposedly a fix for this, but there is, at least within ONF, I know there is still doubts that this patch actually fixes what the issue we're seeing, because really, at least the way I've seen this, it does not actually check the reconciliation state. It just checks that it doesn't that's not that one in that point. So that would be an issue in my opinion. That's the fact that with that patch, we are not entirely checking that the reconciliation is actually happening, meaning that we check that the ONU is not in that state, but we didn't check that it actually reconciled. So it could happen that we're checking the state of the ONU before it reconciles, and then everything goes bad. So that's my opinion, and I think that is also, and I know that is also Theo's opinion on this. And the problem is that we're going back and forth on this, and there's no consensus. So I have no idea how to proceed, because you guys seem to have an opinion which is not shared by us, and we do have an opinion which is not shared by you. So we're really in a catch here that I really don't know how to solve, unless we rewrite the whole test effectively.
Andrea,
Mhm.
did you check the last patch set from yesterday?
So this was my consideration before yesterday, but not really. So what was the change?
Main change. It's true, we cannot definitively check if the OpenONU adapter goes through reconciling, because it's only available for 8 up to 10 milliseconds, and it's not possible with robot technology to check this. It's too slow. And so I discussed with Michael and also with Holger, and I think we found a solution which satisfied all opinions. I made a new keyword which do everything for reconciling. That means it do the restart of the OpenONU adapter. It checks then if a restart really was happened by checking the timestamp of the new ready time. Then we check if a new connection between RW core and OpenONU adapter is established again. And afterwards, we check if the OpenONU can handle any requests via Vault control. I use a simple get command. In this case, I use list ONU image. We can use every other get command. And there we see implicit reconciling is running, because when OpenONU is still not ready, it answers with an error and with an output that it is whether deletion or reconciling. And if this is not, or if this ends, then we check the state before reconciling. So we have a lot of checks, and it's not really a check of reconciling, but all the checks are pointed to a reconcile. I think from my point of view and from Michael and Holger's point of view too, there is no further check possible. And yes, this is my last patch set. I tried, it works. And now it's on your side to check it again. I think Matteo would like to check it in a running system, and hopefully he will be satisfied too.
Actually, especially the last check you do, it means you trigger a get of the ONU image list of a particular ONU. And when you get a valid answer for this void control command, then you have indirectly proven that the reconciled device RPC has been processed successfully. So otherwise, if this RPC would not have been processed successfully, then you wouldn't get any answer up in this vault control command. So at least the last check is actually checking the successful result of the reconcile device RPC. So according to my understanding, the checks are sufficient to check if this reconciling was successful for this ONU or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the trick here, I see what the trick might be, that actually the get image goes directly to the ONU. So if it didn't reconcile, we couldn't really get that information because it couldn't really go to the ONU.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Yeah, let me check it with Theo, and let's get this finalized. So you have tested both in single constellation and multi-OLT constellation, Thorsten?
Especially in multi-OLT constellation.
Okay.
It's implicit single test, but I can do it, but I think Matteo has some doubts about the wording I used, but I think this is not really a problem. We can change the names of the keywords as it is more clarified for clarification for everyone.
Okay, yeah, I will do. I will check with him and see what he mentions on this one.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you have any better suggestion, I'm open for it. It's not so that I want to take only this way, but you see in the history of this patch, I did a lot of changes since the first delivery, and I'm thankful for every hint.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll check with Theo and see what where this leads us. Hopefully, we need to get this resolved. So if this solves it and it's proven and it's correct, I'm okay merging it. Okay. So on the software update, the only topic really apart from the BBSIM feature, which we know it's missing, we're gonna get it done at some point, and the test with physical Zircon ONUs, is that there were some further tests expected, but I think we merged the latest batch sets for the testing on the activation success and commit success. So I think this can be closed, right, Thorsten?
Sorry.
Oh, my question was, do you expect to have any more tests on the ONU software update? I think we have.
Yes, I will do when the reconciling is finished.
Okay.
And I did some other little changes here in my environment. You know, the log, the bugged log level for ONU's apps. Then, and Michael is back, then we will go forward with the new tests. There's a lot of things to do. I have a very long list here.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. Okay, on the PM counters, I know Himani finalized all the work. So all the patches for the PM counters are merged. That is really good news. And we don't have any further requirement for the PM stuff, which is great because that's one box that we can tick. And I don't expect anything to come in the future. So I think the PM is really done, except for the fact that Himani reported some elements regarding a single request being having the possibility only to issue a single request at a time. I did not follow up on this with her. I need to do that. So I'll ping her on this topic.
I think that was when you have requested an extended PM,
Okay.
you cannot issue one more concurrent request. I mean, that will be, rejected, saying that, there's already a fetch going on. So that's okay. I mean, you could parallelize across multiple ONUs, but for a given ONU, you can have only one request ongoing.
Okay. So then this is actually okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Perfect. We still do have this one on the random counters and maybe the tests thus.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I'll leave this open. This Jira, is it targeted for 2.9?
I marked it for 2.9.
Okay, then I'll leave it open and see where we stand on this. And maybe I'm gonna tag Himani here and see if she can work on this one as well. Okay. Great. On the testing front, Torsten, do you want to give us an update on the various things you're working on?
Yes, I can do it. This is a repeat of this, what I said before. My main focus was on the reconciling issue. And if you see in Slack, there came up some other issues in the OpenONU or OLT or RW core adapter. And yes, it took a lot of time to make this patch running. And so I don't came up with software upgrade test, as I already mentioned that there will be something to do. And yes, the reconciling was the main issue. And the other issue was the patch of Matteo, where he tried to remove all the hard-coded namespaces.
Yes.
Yes, and I delivered to Kenaidu a small patch. I think there was an error in the robot file, a missing namespace. And when he came back with the result, I can give Matteo some more feedback that he can finish this patch. It will be much more simpler than he already did, if it is so. Yes, that was my main work. And obviously the check of all the pipelines, there are some issues sporadically and some issues are all the time, and I analyze it and give all the hints to Michael and Holger.
Okay, and this really stands. Okay, that's fine. And also, this one still stands because of the missing BBSIM implementation.
Yes, this is already.
Okay.
I didn't check if Matteo did something there, but
not yet. No, not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, it doesn't hurry. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's important, but not as important as other things we're working on. So that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is all I had on the agenda for today. I think we know what we're working on, and there's a lot of going on to stabilize some of the found bugs via the gRPC and some of the reconciliation issues. So there's really good work. Does anybody have anything else that they want to bring up?
Yeah, Andrea, we discussed today this issue regarding delete force concept that was new to me.
Yes.
My understanding was, until now, my understanding was that, for example, during this reconciling call, the RW core is not allowed to send us additional RPC calls, but as I understood during the discussion, there's a concept of sending a delete force request, which could come at any time in any processing state, right?
Yes, That is true. Let me bring the GRI in for everybody. So effectively what we're talking about, we discussed it yesterday at TST, and really what happens is that there could be a case where we are deleting the OLT during the reconciliation of the ONUs, and this could yield a stale state in the ONU adapter, in the OLT adapter, in the core, and also in a TCD. Because currently the OpenONU adapter does not actually remove the ONUs if a delete force arrives, if a delete arrives during reconciliation. So, and we
we are not receiving it currently, right? It is we are not getting it.
No. That part will be implemented by Ken. So Ken will send. Ken will send the request for that. Let me just bring up the TST agenda, so we know why this came up. So it came up because there was really this discussion on a test that we found out that we could not really do this. So, and it was issuing just a simple delete during reconciliation, and that was obviously failing. So we decided that we could move to a delete force, but apparently even the delete force will not work because we never send that. Because we don't accept, the OpenONU adapter does not accept any call for a certain ONU during reconciliation. So I feel that what we should do is that if a delete force arrives, we just delete everything independently of the state of that ONU. But you mentioned in the JIRA that there might be some stale state that is left over there due to processing.
And regarding delete force, do you think on a different RPC, or would it be a plain delete device RPC which we could not distinguish between the normal one and this delete force one?
No. There is a way to distinguish it. It will arrive with I don't remember. Ken knows better than I know. Maybe Grish, you remember. I don't remember if it's a specific call, like a delete force API, or a delete with a force flag, but in any case it is distinguishable, so you can know if it's a delete force or a simple delete whenever it comes to you. So you can make yeah, go ahead.
I don't think the adapter would know when the force is issued. I think in the state machine in the read-write core, it would override the current state of the ONU and then just pass that API from northbound to southbound. It is just an indicator for the state machine in the read-write code. I don't think.
Well, but then we should make that distinction. Otherwise, how are we supposed to know in the ONU adapter what to do? We should receive that force flag.
Because in the current state, when the ONU adapter for example, receives a delete device request for when the ONU adapter just restarted and it hasn't received the reconcile device yet, then this delete device will be simply rejected because we don't know this device yet, because we only know it after the restart of the ONU adapter when the reconcile device has been processed. So then the device handler device is created and so on, and we will accept this. And furthermore, during the reconcile device processing, we are currently not checking if somebody is staling us the resources, for example. That means, for example, when we in the middle of the reconcile device RPC and we get this delete device, then resources we just renewed or created new will be deleted and probably be running into a crash during the reconcile device processing. And therefore, there's some coding effort to be done. If we now have these forced delete requests, then we have to get aware of it and also check if the resources are still available or something like this. You need some further protection, I think, to protect or to safely end or terminate the reconcile device request if this new request arrived, if this new RPC arrives.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, I think we need to explain this to Ken.
Okay.
Yeah, no, go ahead, Holger.
So we will get notice from you if he says some new RPC or something like this, and then we can react up on it in the ONU adapter, right? So I understood that will be a new request or a parameter in the delete device or something like this, yeah.
Yeah, I ping Ken on the Jira. He seems to be pretty responsive, so I'll take it up with him. Worst case, we're going to discuss the TST and give you an update soon.
Yeah. Actually, it was found because of a mistake during the development of a test case, I think by Thorsten. But probably we should then also have a new test case for this to provoke this and to test if it runs okay. If it's then coded.
Yeah, we should. We probably should. Yes.
I will do.
Okay. And also okay. So let me ping Ken on this, and let's sync up with him. There was another thing that came up during on our certification pods that sometimes on an OpenONU adapter restart, the subscriber deletion goes bad. And from there on, we cannot really recover. Holger, there is a thread on our channel where me and Michael discussed this, and he said that you could pick it up whenever you were back.
Yeah. I already started to have a look at it, and that is something with the flow deletion after the reconciliation. Once reconciliation, and but it seems to be not so trivial, the problem as Michael previously stated, but he also stated it already. I just loaded the logs and have a look. And just have a look at it. But it was all. Do you see this regularly, or is it only?
It was at least it was repeated in 3 occasions, but I have not seen it since. But I think it was consistent in 3 cases, and I still have to look at the latest data. But I would say it considered to be fairly consistent.
But is it in ATT? Is this the ATT workflow? Isn't it? AT&T?
No, Deutsche Telekom.
Deutsche Telekom. Okay.
I believe it's Deutsche Telekom because in the Deutsche Telekom workflow it's the one where we actually do the full. We do actions. There's some more stuff that gets done after the OpenONU adapter restart, but I've seen it also in another workflow. I think it's workflow independent. So.
But it is from the full the subscriber are fully added, right? And then the reconciling starts. So you have all flows created there.
Yeah, no, actually all flows are created. The OpenONU adapter restarts fine. Then it's all good. Then what we try to do is we try to unprovision the subscriber and then reprovision it again. And on the reprovisioning, and actually on the deletion and reprovision, the issue happens.
And you mean you have the fully provisioning, then you do the reconciling, and then you try to remove the subscribers and create and add the subscribers, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I will have a look.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'll create a Jira for this with some more detail. Okay. Good. Is there anything else that you guys need to discuss? Want to bring up? Okay, then if not, I think we can get almost half an hour back of our day, so we can continue working on the stuff we have, and we can talk again next week, and on Slack and the mailing list. Thanks, everybody. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Right.